what we will see the 30th of May. After that, who will talk about all the trip around that date?
That would be me.
Alessandro. Very well, Alessandro. Nice to know.
Okay.
Alessandro, are you ready for our first 2025 weekend? Are you ready?
Yes.
You know that there is some specific test for the new enters, you know.
Okay.
I almost learn everything from that is coming from military service, and so you know that we will apply like Jane Solder movie, the same approach. Okay, hoping that Stefano could join us.
And Andrea, I will say a couple of words at the end.
Yes, for sure. Sorry, I was forgetting. You are almost more than allowed to try to help us to link what we have done in 2024 and which is the purpose of Industrial Makers, for sure. Okay, wait a moment, because I'm waiting still Stefano. I'm trying to do the last test for him. Partecipanti.
company because it was an acquisition, and so many of these companies have a long history behind. And so I think there are all the ingredients in terms of cultural change that is a mix of different country, different methodology, and try to convince the people, engage the people that what you're promoting is something that helps and supports his own daily work. This one is just a short visualization about what is our main product. As I mentioned, it's typical mechanical product that we involve supplier, electronics, mechanics, machining, and so all the ingredients that let us to force to understand and to develop the quality from our supply chain, as well internal supplier in terms of machining, welding should be 100% with guaranteed high quality. What is the origin of the weak management system? The origin was in 2007 in Toyota Material Handling Group, where this is the map of the group of Toyota Material Handling, where one guy was assigned by the president to make a Dantotsu project. Dantotsu in Japanese means undisputed number one. So Dantotsu in quality means that the quality is so high performing that is not just working on some numbers after the comma, but just to have outstanding in terms of performance. So we keep 3 different KPI, the complete vehicle inspection, so means that the quality of internal production, not conformity report, that is the quality that we receive from our supplier, and then the warranty claim paid, that is the warranty that we receive from our customer. So 3 main different areas: internal, supply chain, and customer. So this one is the scope. The target was a little bit challenge because they asked us to reduce 50%. In 3 years, 50% the first year, so in 3 years, 88% of CVI, and 88% of NCR, and 50% of warranty claim paid. So very challenge. At the beginning everybody was a little bit disoriented because it's very challenging to achieve this kind of target. But this guy that is a senior manager of Toyota told us, I give you the method, I provide you and I support you in order to achieve this kind of target. So the characteristic of these guys was that every visit give us some A3 memo, manual written, because was his characteristic. And so he told me that he spent 3-4 hours just to write every memo with many advice. And we spend all the day, generally spend with us 1 week, full week, 4 times per year. And we spend all the day on the shop floor in order to understand and the root causes for many, many topics, quality defect. So what is the end of this story? Despite everybody was a little bit scared about this kind of target, so we are lucky, we are happy, that we are proud that after 3 years we achieve even something more. This one is just the plans. So the result in terms of number of defects that we found in the final inspection. And so the decrease was 99%, 98, 90, so very, very high. Another point that I think is nice to underline is that we have a big decrease, some peak, but at a certain point it's become stable. And so for me, this one is important sign, because it's not just that we try to fix and then a recurrence after a couple of months, but the method behind is so solid that let us to find the root causes and to have a stable condition. Another typical excuse is, we have a peak because we have a new machine, a new model, and so it's normal that in the new model we can find more problems. So no, it's not excuses, because means that the design review phase and the simultaneous engineer phase was not so good, and so many defects appear during the complete void inspection. Most difficult because we are not in our home, a house, but the supplier. And so, as you can see, with the supplier was a little bit more difficult. At the trend, we achieved 76% of conformity report that we sent to our supplier. So this one was, of course, is not easy to ask the supplier to follow our standard. We try to train our supply chain with the same methodology or weak point management system. We try to involve, but the first step is, okay, we are applying and we show to our supplier the result that we have obtained with this kind of methodology. And many of that one will follow us, not just because we were a customer, but because they understood the value of the method. Last but not least is the customer voice. And so we achieve a different result on different plant with some outstanding, with 93% of reduction, 55, 56. So, but generally there is a good result in terms of warranty claim decrease. So what is the content of the webinar? The content of the webinar is just to explain this kind of method. Some part is theoretical and some part is on the field because, as I mentioned to you, today we are developing this kind of methodology inside the MAP plant, and so we have the opportunity to show in the real time what happened, how we collect information, and how we manage this kind of activities. What is the other advantage? So is something that is on the shop floor, and so with this kind of method, we try to move some people to spend most of the time in the office in the real world. So what happened in the shop floor? And so we have R&D, we attend this meeting, purchasing, and so it's very important because they can see directly the problem, the defect, discuss with the worker, and so it's something that let them be aware about that some supplier or some design or drawing are not best in class in terms of quality, or maybe we can do something that may improve the performance. My quote is man learn as long tail live, company live as long tail learn, because I think that from every visit, every company, every training, we can learn something. And many times the most difficult of this kind of change is that people have difficult to move from comfort zone and to manage a different approach or try to understand a different approach because they're confident that what I've done or what they're doing are in the best way that is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefano.
Thank you very much, Stefano, for this insightful preview. It's very inspiring what you've just shared, and I think also our audience can't wait for the full training session. I would like to remind our audience that we are talking about the Industrial Makers Training Session, our operation management course, which will be held on May 30 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at MAP SPA, where you, Stefano, you are the COO in Pergola near Pesaro Urbino, or remotely. I'd like also to remind you that the Industrial Makers event offers both this expert training on May 30 and also an extended cultural tour of Marche from May 29 to the 2nd of June. Later, Alessandra will tell us in detail everything about the work program. Now, Andrea, Stefano, if it's okay for you, we can read some questions. Many have arrived during your presentation, Stefano.
Yes.
Alessandro, do you want to read some of them?
Sure. We could start with the first one. And this one is asking for participants who are just starting their journey with visual management and weak point identification. What are the first steps you recommended they take to begin implementing those concepts in their own workplaces?
So this kind of way of working generally is a little bit disruption for the people, because at the beginning that generate a lot of enthusiasm, and so we have many suggestions, or the workers provide many problems that they have to manage every day, and so nobody take care about this one. So it's important that at the beginning the management should be very focused to start to solve this kind of problem, because it's a test for the worker that there is something happen, and after many claims, so there is something that we take care about the pain that they have every day during their own job.
Sure, Stefano, thank you to have clarified that. If you agree, I can go on with some other questions.
Yes.
What are some of the key metrics that you recommend companies use to measure the effectiveness of their weak point management system? And how often should those metrics be reviewed, modified?
So, in terms of metrics, I think one concept is not percentage, but number of defects. Because percentage is a relation with the volume, and so there is many good reasons why percentage. But if you think about from customer point of view, defect is a defect. You don't care when you are a customer that you are 1 ppm or 1%. You buy something, it doesn't work. So this one is the first step. So we're monitoring the number of defects. Despite maybe the production in a couple of years double, we don't care number of defects. So this one is the important point. The second one is that the weak point. So we have every company has limited resources, and so what is the secret is that we have to address, and we have to understand what is the Pareto. And so this one is another important point, because many companies have a list of maybe 100 of defects, and sometimes it's not easy to understand what is Pareto 80% of the occurrence defect. So the system is that we have different level where we can address our effort according to Pareto, and so we can maximize the result with utilizing the resources of the company in the best way.
Sure.
Thanks, Stefano. I read an interesting question. I'm curious to know what your thoughts, Stefano, is the following one. What are the main challenges companies encounter when implementing a weak point management system in highly automated or digitalized environments? How is the human factor integrated into this context?
It's a good point. So we are speaking now after Industry 4.0, artificial intelligence. So we have a lot of technology that will be the driver and that will be part of our daily job. So I think this one is it's more important to involve the people, because at the end, data information now are quite easy to pick up. The difficult one is to find the mindset and the root causes analysis that people understand and start to work on the root causes. So with the digitalization, automation, or whatever, at the end, if we don't have this kind of approach, the risk is that we don't have the chance to reduce the defect. Because automation is not eliminated problem from drawing, it is not eliminate problem from customer or from support. So I think this method is quite stronger with high automation and where there are a lot of digital world.
Thanks, Stefano. Alessandro, do you want to read the last question, or Andrea, you think it's better to recap the entire cultural program?
But if you don't mind, I would like to leave the question to the next 30th of May, when we will meet directly in Italy, in Pergola, Stefano, because I know that he is now in Canada and he has to keep going with a tough day, working day. So my suggestion is to introduce what we have planned for such kind of training inside in something that has a sound not only of professional, but cultural and moreover. I would like to ask to you guys to introduce our full program where we will introduce this very interesting session on that Stefano will lead.
Super. So I'd like to give the floor to Alessandra to recap the entire weekend program dedicated to this cultural and professional event.
Thank you, Chiara. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm pleased to provide a recap of the full event program. So let us take a look at what each day has in store. So the first day is dedicated to the arrival at the destination. You will meet in Vittorio Veneto and travel to Senigallia, that is a lovely seaside town. And the transportation will be provided by our partner, 𝗵𝗱𝗏 𝗪𝗏𝗏, ensuring maximum comfort and safety. And there will be arranged some stops along the way based on the participants' departure locations. After checking into the hotel, you will enjoy dinner and have the evening to relax. On the second day, you will have two options. You can either attend the workshop on weak point management system led by Stefano Cortiglioni, who, as we have already seen, is a highly regarded expert in management, or you can visit Pergola, renowned for its ancient bronzi dorati statues, and in the evening, you will return to Senigallia for dinner. On day three, Day 3 begins in Gubbio, that is a medieval town known for its unique traditions and architecture. And after lunch, you will explore the Frasassi Caves, famous for their massive rock formations and shimmering stalactites. And then you return to the hotel for dinner. On day 4, you will visit Urbino and Pesaro. In the morning, you will explore Urbino, a Renaissance gem and the birthplace of the painter Raphael. And after lunch, you will head to Pesaro. That is a charming coastal city where you will have free time to explore before returning to Senigallia. Finally, on the last day of the trip, you will stop in Gradara, that is a medieval village with a famous castle that is linked to Dante's Divine Comedy. And after some free time, you will travel back to Vittorio Veneto, concluding the journey in the evening. Thank you.
Amazing program.
Exactly. Thank you, Alessandra.
Thank you.
As we understood, Industrial Maker is more than just a professional training. It's a blend of professional and cultural enrichment. You have the opportunity to gain operational excellence skills, while experiences the rich culture and the history of this region. Plus, it's a fantastic networking opportunity for managers. We also offer a cultural excursion. So this is the three aim: networking, professional skills, and cultural enrichment.
Great. Thank you, Chiara. Thank you for that. I would like to ask for really the few minutes to Xavier, because Xavier, with you, we developed this program, and I would like to understand from your voice the reason why you are spending with us your time, energy to share knowledge about industrial operation that was your professional field in more than 40 years of career.
Yes, thanks, Andrea. It's a matter of fact that performance in a company is not coming by magic. This is a result of highly committed teamwork where management plays a key role. Everything is possible with a team. I discovered that in my work career. And each team can develop with the help of appropriate training and support. In this direction, Industrial Makers program is designed to provide managers various tools and share practical experience in the area of strategy, supply chain, finance and controlling, like we did in 2024, and various other modules like today's one and other coming for 2025. During the whole program, the common point is to connect managers between them and to the very experienced one who delivers the session. At the end, participants will be in a position to bring a full package of learning useful to contribute to turn to a company culture for success. Enjoy Industrial Maker Plan Pass. It was built with passion and with dedication by the full team.
Great, Xavier. Thank you so much for your sharing. Really, the last word about guys. Someone is asking, okay, what 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is doing. It's not so easy to explain it, and sorry for Italian, but we will explain really easily this corporate clip that we just prepared with our marketing supervisor, that is Chiara. We are almost every day on Gemba, not at the top like Stefano Cortiglione, that is our one of our sensei, but trying to do our best to support company to change for better, and trying to share with them the possibility to change together with the people. Because if I well remember, Stefano, the key point is to work with people and to make improvement with them instead to have a top-down approach. I don't know if it's still like that or not.
Yeah, of course. In Japanese, there is a mendomi, take care of people. So it's the most important one.
Great. And this is what we're doing from the consultancy point of view, and on the other side from the training point of view. And writing directly to business development at 𝗏𝗏𝗏.eu, Alessandro, that is our business developer, can answer to all the questions that you could have using example PNRR funds or other kind of opportunity to support consultancy and training in your company. Stefano, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Xavier. That was really nice to have you with us. Thank you to the team, Chiara, Alessandro, and Alessandra. And for sure, next step will be meet Stefano directly in Pergola the 30th of May. In the while, he will open the doors of the company that is leading like CEO and COO. Thank you to everyone, and enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.